What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Kernel. If I sound stuffy or cough, and I'm going to try to cough away from the mic, of course, it's because I have allergies. They're beating my ass this year, and I have asthma, so it's the worst combination ever. And usually, it's not this bad. Like, this is the worst my allergies have been since I was like a child. So, that being said, politics. Is the world over political? Is America over political? This is one of the funniest and dumbest things that has crossed my desk in a long time. And this is something that's been a discussion for a long time with the advent of like cancel culture and PC being politically correct, woke, blah, 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 right? So here's the short end of the whole thing. Is politics in everything? Yes. If you are someone who goes online and complains of the good old days when they left politics out of movies and sports and this and that, you're an idiot, and I'm being very generous when I say this, you're an idiot, and your media literacy is very weak. Because politics is in I'm talking more to my American audience right now. Politics are in every single thing you do every day. If you're poor and you're on food stamps, politics. If you're on Medicaid, politics. If you go to school and you get sack lunches, politics. Okay? Are we seeing this here? Are we seeing this here? Okay? Interest rates, politics. Okay? Price for goods, politics. Okay? Like, we're starting to see food stamps, politics. Like, we're seeing the whole thing, right? We're seeing how it affects everything everywhere. And that's just with everyday life. Now let's go to movies, TV shows, etc. There is no video game, no movie, no TV show that is critically acclaimed that does not mirror or take inspiration from the current political landscape, or at least a different era's political landscape. Star Wars, politics, heavily political, heavily political. Now, it is in the movie's best interest, especially the writer and director or whoever's writing it, or showrunners, etc., to make sure it's good. I mean, there's times where you'll put political themes in a movie or TV show or a game, and it's like really bad. Like, it's, you didn't even try to hide it. You made the, like, for example, Mickey 17, political as fuck. But the main villain was so cartoonishly evil, so cartoonishly representation of Donald Trump or MAGA supporters, to the point where it's like it was too obvious. It was disgusting writing. Right? When you have inspirations from the political landscape done well, you get something like the original Star Wars, right? So, politics, it's in everything. It's in everything. I'm telling you, there is no part or aspect of the United States of American society in which you do not have politics entering your life. You've got to get over it. You've got to. I'm sorry to tell you, there was no time where politics did not play a role in your media. I'm sorry. And if you think that you're either super young, which is just being ignorant, you're being stupid, and you truly believe that all this stuff is new, like, this stuff is not new. Being politically correct is not new. It's not new. We've got to stop. Every generation thinks that they're the first one to invent something. No. There's so many movies and TV shows you can date back to in which they talk about subject material that's still relevant to this day. And why is that alarming? Because we don't learn from our history. And when you do that, history is doomed to repeat itself. We say this all the time, yet no one pays attention to it. Yes, politics isn't everything, man. What are we talking about? It's such a silly thing to me. It is such a silly thing. Businesses, organizations that believe what they believe has always happened. Because also, guess what? They donate money to make sure certain policies pass that benefit them. Whether it be something to do with you getting proper health care, or whether it be, hey, we want tax incentives in this certain state or city, so we're going to help elect someone that will help push a policy to make that happen, etc., etc. Medicine costs, politics. It's in every single aspect of your life. Everything is political. Because guess what? You get to vote. You get to vote policies in action. You get to vote people who represent your supposed best interests to make sure your livelihood gets better. That is political. That is politics. Politics is everywhere. Is in every aspect of your life. I'm serious. There is very few days, if ever, you will wake up and as soon as you get out of your room, politics is involved somewhere. Whether it's rent control, mortgage rates, everything, bro. Everything. I'm telling you. Like, just so let's just stop it right there with that. There is no world in which politics does not play a role in your everyday life. There is no existence out there in which politics does not interfere with your everyday life. The fact that you live in a society, the very fact that you live in society means that politics plays a role in making that society run in which you are an active member in. So stop it. Tax returns, politics. So you get the gist. I made this episode really because I saw it online in the big boy year of 2025. I saw online, oh, everything is so political and everything's PC and they're ruining cartoons, they're ruining anime, they're ruining movies, they're ruining this and that. Bro, if you've ever watched cartoons from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, it was very political, man. They had so much political messages. And you as an adult, if you can't go back and watch those and see it clear as day, I have nothing else to tell you, bro. Trust me. It used to be just that. It used to be, if anything, the amount of stuff you used to be able to air back then, it was very politically charged. Because guess what? Real people make these cartoons or these movies. These real people have politics that affect them and that they want to push. Because it means something to them. Whether you agree with it or not is a different story. But that person has a political ideology. That person has values. That person has something they believe in, has a morality. And that person is now making an art for you to consume. So yes, that piece of art will contain a political viewpoint, will contain, say it with me, politics. That is how this society works. I need people to understand. If you're a U.S. citizen, you understand this. Politics runs this country. Political power is very important. Which is why every election season you see so many ads. That's why media is so important. Media can heavily, and has always heavily influenced the political landscape in the United States of America, around the world, but especially the United States of America, which I'm a member of, a citizen of, which is why I'm speaking on that, because I know how our society is compared to every single other societal out there. So yes, politics is very important. There is no such thing as going back to the good old days with PC. No, no, no. You're just being an ignorant, racist piece of shit. There's places for you to go do that. Go over there and go do that. History has always been filled with people like you. But there is no world, there is no existence before, now, or in the future where politics, being polite or politically correct, or understanding each other, or understanding how to address someone properly without offending them and their culture because you're too lazy to research how to say someone's name right in their native tongue. Not say to learn the whole language, but you can't even say their name in their native tongue. There is no world where that wasn't a thing, or that didn't upset someone, or that didn't break relationships, bro. Another thing why this is important too, because I also saw this, and I completely erased my mind when I was making notes about this. Saquon Barkley. That's what this really comes down to. I'm so sorry. Saquon Barkley is what really happened here. Saquon tweeted, this was my last straw. So Saquon Barkley is a running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, for those that don't know. There's this tradition in the United States where when a major championship is won, you usually go to the White House. The team goes to the White House. The winning team goes to the White House, meets the president and vice president, tours the White House, and then the president usually gives a speech with the whole team in the background. Picture op, great time, whatever. Now, obviously, Donald Trump is who Donald Trump is, and a lot of players on that team do not like him. So they decided to skip for their own various reasons, called it a day. Saquon decided to go early and also play golf with the president. People were clowning him for it, expressing their disappointment for it. And so he took to Twitter and said how he felt about it. And I don't have the tweet in front of me, but paraphrasing it, basically saying, I played golf with Trump. I've played golf with Obama. Like, I respect the presidency. You guys are idiots, etc., etc. This is the president. Get over it. And the vibe of now everything's political. Now everything needs to be divisive. Saquon Barkley. And I want to say this to Saquon and many other people out there. Donald Trump is not just your average president, brother. He is actively, and people like him, are actively making life worse for a lot of people. And not just because of him as the president of the United States. Donald Trump, the person, Donald Trump, the businessman, has done a lot of racist things in his life that he has not taken back, that he is not sorry for, and that he does not regret. Example, the Exonerated Five and what he did to them. He's a racist piece of shit. He is. And he has harmed people before his presidency. He is harming people during his presidency. He is a divisive figure because guess what? He is the president of the United States. He is a political figure. He is the political figure, Saquon. So a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to dislike Saquon because of his political ideology or because of the... Fine, you're in your right to do that. With that being said, people are also in the right to be like, hey, Saquon, you're an idiot. I don't appreciate that. I'm not going to pay my dollars to you. I'm going to stop buying your jersey. They have the right to do that too. Just like Saquon has a right to do what he did, people have a right to express their disappointment, especially since Saquon went publicly. Like, listen, Saquon's not the smartest person in the world. He is definitely not good at PR. And he definitely, obviously, is very ignorant. Does not have a lot of empathy for people or their situations, because he would know that people that look like him are being disenfranchised and also are the subject to the brutality of the person he says he respects. Saquon said that. Saquon went and made a very dumb blanket statement that deserves to also then be publicly criticized. You can't be crying about cancel culture or woke culture and then publicly say something stupid and then not be held accountable for your dumb public statement. There are many Eagles players who did not go and show up. They just said what they like, yeah, I had something to do. Didn't show up. It was a no story. Tom Brady for years did not visit Obama in the White House. And guess what? Why was it no story? Because he didn't go publicly and make an ignorant, dumb statement that could be taken a different way or could make the moment bigger than what it was. Yeah, I don't respect Obama, whatever his case may have been. I'm not trying to speak for Tom Brady. For whatever his case may have been, why he didn't want to visit the White House, obviously he's probably Republican. And he just didn't like Obama's policies, etc., etc. Who knows? He has his own reasons. He didn't publicly make a statement like a jackass and make it bigger than what it was. Saquon did that. So for people like that, you're ignorant and you're dumb. And that's okay. But just don't be upset when people call you out on it, because there are people who are smarter than you and they will cook you. And they did. And they did. And ooh boy, the internet's undefeated. Trust me. I know. The internet's undefeated. Brother, some people are not too bright. That's all I can say. Some people are just not too bright. But with that being said, I just want to make this video about political correctness. Not even political correctness, sorry. About just politics, not being involved in media, being involved in stuff. It's so dumb. Sports players going to the White House is political. You're going to the White House. What are you talking about? Oh, I like to stay out of politics. Shut up. Because I guarantee you probably voted for someone. Whether it's the president or whether it's your senator, your mayor, whatever the case may be, your sheriff, whatever. You probably put money towards certain laws being in place that probably benefits your tax bracket. Or hey, you put money towards certain after school programs that exist because what? Politics. So at the end of the day, sometimes it's just like, I'm not saying you need to be the smartest person in the world or you have a poli-sci degree or anything like that. You just need something called common sense. And common sense will tell you should have never made that tweet. You could have golfed with the president, went to the White House, and did all that rioting you were doing in peace. You didn't have to address it. People have made your memes, cooked you, called it a day. But your ignorant ass had to go and do what you did and make that statement. And I just think it's very stupid. And you deserve every bit of criticism coming your way. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one. Peace.